Radhe Radhe everyone. I'm super excited for today's session. So over to you, Nitinji. Thank you so much. Ayo, I don't know. I'm super excited, Nitinji. So you're on mute. One second. Yeah, please go ahead now.
Can you hear me now? All right.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you, Padmini ji and Gayatri ji, for a wonderful session on Narad Bhakti Darshan. I'm equally excited, and you being super excited makes me not only excited but nervous also. It has been quite a journey. I don't know what to expect. We'll try to pace it as best as I possibly can. And
Nitinji, I wrote one paragraph to start off with, but I don't know, seeing all and everyone, I'm nervous. I forgot everything actually. I wrote one big paragraph to start off the session with, but I don't know.
Sure. Let's do that. We have a lot of things that we can do today. So let me tee off the session by invoking the blessings of God and Guru, like we always do. I'll provide a quick agenda, what we are going to cover today, and get started. We just have to get started. So let me share my screen, and let's start our session by invoking the blessings of God and Guru, like we always do. You know what? I think I should be sharing my desktop today, not my screen, because there's something more that I want to show you. Okay, so are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's get started by invoking the blessings of God and Guru. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Amsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. All right, Radhe, good morning, good evening, everyone. I'm excited to be here, completing a 2-year journey. That's 2 rotations of sun around the earth. And I hope the feeling is mutual from your side as well. We'll try to pace this session. Let me quickly walk through the agenda. We'll talk about Bhagavad Gita standing in scriptures itself, because we've been reading it. It's important to reiterate what we are doing and how special it is. Then we will move towards the journey so far. And Amrutamani ji, that's where you can get started by reciting what you have planned for today. And I'm sure there are a lot of other things also that we'll get to see and talk about. And the next one is we will get into the reflections, the participants' reflections. I'm sure a lot of you would have a lot of things to share. And I'll tee it off by sharing my own experience. I'll try to articulate it as best as I possibly can. There's so many things to share, but I don't want to steal everybody's thunder, because there are a lot of participants who would love to share their experience on this fascinating journey that we are on. And then last but not the least, our devotional chanting segment. I've taken note of each one of you who had signed up for it, and we will do a Russian roulette today to call upon the participants who have prepared and have braved not only the weather, but common cold and a lot of other things to be participating today. Okay, so let's get started without much ado. This is what we'll do. Why do we read Bhagavad Gita? Let's start off with this whole to tee the conversation off. And what is Bhagavad Gita standing in all the scriptures? But before I get started on that, Amrutamani ji, I want to give you the privilege of reciting, sharing what you want to do, and then we will get into some of the formal stuff. So over to you. You want me to stop share before we get started? And I would encourage all of you to turn on your videos today. Okay, we'll probably take some clicks as well. So you have a little bit of time to prep yourself up to turn on your videos and to get that going. And thank you so much for turning on your video. Yes, Amrutamani ji, all yours. Go ahead. So I must say, before she said that, I always used to say she's our lucky mascot. Okay, when we started off 2 years back, I wasn't sure, who will be interested to join these sessions on a daily basis, and whether we'll be able to kick it off in the manner it is right now. And Amrita Maniji was one of the first few people. She was our first co-host and our lucky mascot, as I always say. I say 80% of the people come to see her smile, 20% come to see what I have to say. And Amrita Maniji, Shyamji, Samji, Pallavi they have been right there from day one. And I'll talk a little bit about that journey, how it started and how it has progressed over the last 2 years. Over to you, Amrita Maniji, to talk about what you wanted to share. You get the first privilege to tee off the conversation today. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much. So first of all, Radhe Radhe everyone. So yes, what I actually really wanted, Nitinji, I'm just all talking on behalf of all the participants. So really, thank you so much for giving your time. And, I once my husband had asked, like, how long will it take for him to prepare for the sessions? He said, I'm revealing a secret, Nitinji. He said for 2 days session, it takes almost 14 hours for him to prepare for the sessions. So just imagine, like, how much of time he's giving it to us. So thank you so very much, Nitinji, for that. It really means a lot to each and every one of us. So thank you so much.
I'm the biggest beneficiary, I must say that. So don't give me the credit. I'll tell you I'll tell you the secret sauce behind all the preparation, how it goes, so that you can actually attribute the credit where it's actually due. So, but you go ahead and we'll talk more about it. It's a good try and embarrassing me to begin with. So, but let's get started. Over to you.
No, this actually, I'll just say a short journey how I started co-hosting for Nitinji's session. It was in 2020, Gita Jayanti Day. First time I met Nitinji in the temple. I don't know if you remember, Nitinji, December 24th, 2020. I met you there in the temple for the first time. So there Kritiji had asked me that Nitinji is starting his sessions. So I was like, I was co-hosting for one of Minuji's sessions, but I was a bit scared. But then somehow I was like, okay, I'll start off doing it one day. And then it became 3 days. And there were, I think for a few months, I did all the 5 days. And then I felt, okay, I really didn't want to miss even one day. But then I felt having no attachment as I'm learning. So then I thought, okay, let people also enjoy everything. And one more thing, Nitinji many times tell me that 80% come to see my smile and 20% for his class. But I know it's not true, but I just feel it's happy. It makes me happy. So I'll just take the credit.
Wonderful. So you wanted to say something as well, Amrita Maniji?
No, Nitinji. Thank you so much for everything.
No, thank you for your kind words here. It's a collective effort, and I'll talk about what is the secret sauce, like I say, what makes this session successful, and how we are able to pull it off on a daily basis. And the credit has to be shared, of course. I can see so many faces today. Smitaji has turned on her video as well. Very nice. The first time we are seeing Smitaji. But be rest assured, I'm going to show another side of her today that no one of us is aware of. Okay. And I can see a lot of smiling faces. So let's get started. We have a lot of stuff to cover today. I don't want to take a lot of time away from participants as well. So let's get started. Today, I picked up a verse from our scriptures, which is regarding related to Bhagavad Gita itself. So let's try to understand the magnitude of the scripture that we get to mull upon, study, read, contemplate upon, discuss about, and take it back to our lives as a laboratory to practice on, right? So what is the standing of the scripture? I'm going to recite it. Unfortunately, we are not going to do the recitation today because we have just a lot of things lined up today. So I will recite it quickly and then we'll get into the actual content part of it, okay? So I'll recite it quickly. It says, Sarvopanishado gavo dogdha gopalanandanaha partho vatsa sudhir bhokta dugdham gita mritam mahat. So it says that all the Upanishads, they are like the cows, and the milkman is Krishna. The cowherd, Partha, another name of Arjun, is the calf, and those of pure intellect, genuine seekers of truth are the beneficiaries of this divine knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita, the supreme nectar, the milk. Now, Partha, Arjun is just a proxy for each one of us, right? If we are devouring the nectar on a daily basis, we are also like that calf. All that it needs is faith and a sincerity and open-mindedness and you will start grasping. And it's just like science, right? You look at it, there's a hypothesis, the scriptural principles, you treat it like a hypothesis. Then you observe and then you draw conclusions on your own, what works, what doesn't work, right? These are time-tested principles that we do. So it is actually for our convenience, Lord Krishna has actually churned the scriptures and given us the cream, right? The cream comes on top when we churn the milk, and that is essentially what he has presented to us, and that is what we are reading on a day-to-day basis. Let's move on quickly. So, all right, I find this picture pretty interesting. We've spoken about it as, so with COVID not being able to go outside, I think it has been a blessing in disguise in more than one way, because we cannot go outside. This actually presented an opportunity for us to go inside, and it is a journey within, as you look at it, right? We have the foundation of, the fountain of bliss within us, and it's just getting reintroduced to ourselves. The Sankhya Yoga, the analytical enumeration that you were going through in chapter 2, basically starts building the foundational blocks of our spirituality. What are true identities? Who is God? Why are we seeking bliss? Why nobody teaches us to be happy and still we are craving for it? And how do we really start directing our efforts on a day-to-day basis, including our thoughts, so that we get closer to that goal that we are always searching for throughout our lives? And we repeat again with those kind of desires or intentions, because hitting that perfect happiness or that goal seems to be a moving target. Now, more importantly, I was looking at it statistically. You look at it, we have like 100 plus participants today, by the way. And if you ask me, we have averaged about 70 to 100 at any point in time. The peak, I remember there was a peak, we hit about 120, 130 people as well at times. But then we have a lot of people who are floaters. There are people who turn on their videos and interact. There are people who interact even offline. And there are people who just, although they don't turn on their cameras, but they are very actively engaged. They look at the videos that I post every day and they reach out to me and they share a lot of interesting stuff with me. So today I'm going to reveal a few names. I take this liberty, sorry. I'm just preempting that, sorry to thought of them, but that's what I'm going to do. So look at it, even if we average it, let's say 100, our world population is how much? About 7.5 billion. Statistically, if you look at it, we are getting about close to 6 zeros here. And the miracle is termed as, when you have 7 zeros, it is nothing short of a miracle. So the very fact that all of you are reading this scripture on a daily basis, making it a priority, giving 60 minutes of your life means a lot. It's not a small feat. And Lord Krishna himself has said that when you do that, it is considered as an intellectual sacrifice. And there's a lot of transformation that you start feeling from within, as a lot of you can vouch for already, right? That's why you're coming. None of us can make anything a priority unless they are getting benefited from it, or unless they are seeing or realizing or having that abhas, like they say in Hindi, or the sensation of bliss, spiritual bliss that we talk about, just by practicing simple principles and contemplating on this profound divine knowledge that we do. Okay, so congratulate yourself. You can pinch yourself, pat yourself on the back. You are one of these 100 people, which means a lot, right? Not many get that opportunity. We are one of the privileged ones, because this platform has been provided to us by God and Guru. Right? So it's a huge deal. Let's move on. Even on a scripture, I've taken a few more scriptural references. I'll not go too deep into it. We can devote an entire session on it, but that's not the idea. Bhagavad Gita, the scriptures say it is a sense of all the literatures. It is the sum of all the demigods, sum of all religion. One should study the Bhagavad Gita thoroughly. Like we said, it ends at moksha, the concept. So basically, it is said that you attain Lord Vishnu's abode if you actually implement these principles in both letter and spirit. Okay. There's no money back guarantee. The only guarantee that is human birth, that anyway we are repeating, right? Lifetime after lifetime. But if you start aligning to these principles, it's like the proof is in the pudding. It's like salt in food. It gives its proof, whether the salt is more, it's less, or you need to add it, or you need to dilute it. The taste is the testimonial, strongest testimonial. Similarly, when we read Bhagavad Gita, the proof is in the pudding. When you start thinking about these principles, start applying these principles, you start realizing the benefits immediately, as you can vouch for in your personal, professional life. And the version that, the incremental version that will come out of it, you can realize, it's getting better off with time. All right. So Upanishads, they are the cream of the Vedas. Let's look at it a little more deeply. So if you look at it, this milk, right? Yogurt, you churn it and the cream rises to the top. So Upanishads, they are considered as the cream of the Vedas. Vedas are Shrotriya, Apaurushya, not created by any humans. Nobody has authored it. Okay, they are the manuals that get revealed as soon as the creation comes about, which I mean science calls Big Bang, or we have looked at that entire Chaturyug cycle, how it comes about. So Vedas get revealed. The synopsis or the cream of Vedas is called Upanishads, and the synopsis or the cream of Upanishads is Bhagavad Gita, because even Upanishads are difficult to fathom. So if you look at it, Brahma Sutra, it's a synopsis of Upanishads. It's also called Vedant. It is also hard to comprehend, and it's open to ambiguity, and there are a lot of subjective interpretation of it as well. So unless you come in contact with a god realized saint, you will not get the true import of it. Okay, Bhagavad Gita, if you look at it, this is how it stacks up against all the self-help books. You put it all together, the transformation that you feel from this book will outweigh, no matter how many self-help books you keep on reading, because they are written by humans. Those words, they don't really provide you a technology about how to actually go about what you do need to do on a day-to-day basis to get rid of worry, anxiety, fear, become happier. You all know that, right? How many forwards we keep on reading on WhatsApp? Don't do this, don't do that. Keep reading self-help books. They will not have that profound impact as this divine scripture has on our life. Only condition is read it with faith and open-mindedness, and it will do its magic. Okay. All right. So it is, like I said, crisscross. Which lane would you prefer? The ones that you are seeing on your right hand side, and Bhagavad Gita streamlines it, makes it very easy. It's the meaning is, it's a song of God. It flows like a river. A beautiful dialogue that unfolds between Lord Krishna and Arjun. And Arjun is basically a proxy on our end. He's asking anything and everything under the sun. Every doubt that a human can have related to any question, he has asked that. And Lord Krishna has beautifully explained it like a perfect teacher from all the angles, like a flanking approach a teacher would take, a good coach would take. Lord Krishna is doing the same. He's a master psychologist. He's a master environmentalist. You name it, every branch he has covered that is pertinent or relevant to making progress in human life. Everything is covered so beautifully in Bhagavad Gita, as we are seeing in this journey. With that, this is a beautiful illustration. I like this one. So Bhagavad Gita, it's not a one-time study. Even a lifetime study may not be enough. Really depends on the vessel, how big our vessel is, and it gives us a law of enhancing returns. So the same shloka, depending upon the station of life that you are in, will give you broader, deeper meaning. So you might have thought, okay, I've gone through it, read it, heard it, understood it, but no, the more your vessel increases, the more that import of that message would be, as you would realize, because it is called sentient knowledge. It is not static knowledge. It is not a jada knowledge, which is written by humans. It is sentient. And our scriptures say that God is actually put in his chitta shakti, right? God is Satchitanan. Chitta shakti is given or embedded in the knowledge, so that it is a sentient, living, breathing knowledge, which will grow on you as you keep reading, hearing, and contemplating upon it. Okay, that is the beauty of Bhagavad Gita. Every time you go through the same shloka, it will give you a much more profound and deeper meaning. All right, now this is something, the questions, not all inclusive, all encompassing, but some of the questions that spiritual seekers, is there life after death, secret to everlasting happiness, who am I, what is bhakti, relationship with God, what are the different paths, can I achieve God realization through all the paths, what is the secret sauce around it, if I'm good, do I really need God, I'm honest, I live my life honestly, I don't think bad about others, is that good enough, is moksha the ultimate salvation, the ultimate nirvana, ultimate goal of life, what is difference between being religious, spiritual, everything, is it spirituality a blind faith, science is more technical, analytical, it is all hocus pocus stuff. All the questions are answered so beautifully, and as we see, right, and very rationally as well, that we discuss. So with that, let me have a quick reflection on my journey for the last 2 years. I have so much to talk about, but I will briefly touch upon it and give an opportunity to participants to talk about it, because I know we have a lot of stuff to cover. So when this started happening, this Swamiji had asked me to do that. If you ask me, are you nervous? I was like, I developed cold feet. Of course, it is like I freaked out. Who's going to talk about Bhagavad Gita on a day-to-day basis? That too in front of so many people, any question can come, and it requires a study and understanding of your own, right? I'm just a work in progress, normal up person like you do. I do a job and stuff like that. I developed cold feet. I said, no, it is such an undertaking, cannot be done. But took a leap of faith, and I'm glad I did. Okay. And that actually reinforces the concept that you pick up something which is beyond your abilities, which I still feel every day that this is something which is much beyond my ability. You pick it up, try to do your best, and when it gets done, you know it's not you who's doing it. Okay. And that is what I keep on realizing every day. And it reminds me of this beautiful shloka, Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripatam ham vande paramanand madhavam. So when God and Guru grace, they only test your effort. Then even a dumb person can start becoming eloquent, right? Like I do for this 1 hour duration, 60-minute duration. Even a person without leg can cross over a mountain. And it all happens because of God's grace. Okay. So if you want to test God's grace, Guru's grace, pick up something as a seva, which you think is beyond your ability. When it will get done, you will realize it was not you who was doing. And that's the most beautiful, sure shot way of realizing this. And I do it on a daily basis. And that's why it's for me, it's so therapeutic. You know, I have a hard time explaining to people why I do it. When I'm on a vacation, do I really have to do it? Or when I'm having a longer day at office, can't I simply cancel it? I tell it is something that is refreshing and therapeutic. And that benefit cannot be expressed, explained. It can only be felt when you go through that process. And I'm sure a lot of you who do seva can understand it. I don't have to go deeper. And this beautiful bhajan, meri aapki kripa se sab kaam ho raha hai, karte ho tum kanhaiya, mera naam ho raha hai. And I'll tell you, like I said, there are participants. This is one I picked up, beautiful one from Smita ji. You would have never heard from her. Okay, you would have never seen her today. You can see her. I'm going to share what she sent to me. It's very sweet. Now, this is one of the examples of where, you know, although it's all getting done by God and Guru, but her sweet sentiment towards the session and me, I just wanted to share that with you. Let's quickly play that. Sorry, Smita ji, but I had to play that. Volume is there?
No, we cannot hear actually.
Hold on. Let me stop share. Give me a sec. Are you not able to hear? That's interesting.
No, we couldn't hear that.
Okay, maybe I need to change it to the MacBook speakers. Okay, I think that's probably what I need to do, at least for this duration. Take my headphones off. Okay, let me know if you're able to hear it now. Are you able to hear it?
No, Nitinji, we are not able to.
No. All right. Somebody needs to help me with Mac. Okay. How do I, when I share sound, what should be my setting? Switch to test speaker, microphone. Give me a sec. Same as system. Hold on. I'll try it once more. Same as system and see whether it works now. Is it working now?
No.
That's a bummer. All right.
Rajat, Nitinji, your Skype audio is shared, right? Your Skype audio when you share screen.
Zoom audio, sorry.
Zoom audio, sorry.
Okay, I'm technically challenged here. Zoom audio is okay. So what do I say?
Unshare, and when you share, there's a checkbox that comes over Zoom. Share your audio.
I know I have shared. When I'm sharing my screen, I'm putting that share and I have put it as share sound, right? I have done that. I'm sharing the sound.
It's somebody said include system sound. Maybe if you
Yeah,
want
that's
to
what I did. Include system sound. Same as system, same as system.
Radhe Nitinji, I think you're using Bluetooth earbuds, right?
Yeah, so let me try.
So that is not, yeah, because the sound is being sent to the Bluetooth.
Okay, so let me turn off my Bluetooth. Let me turn off my Bluetooth and I'm saying same as system. Hopefully. All right, give me a sec now. Are you seeing my screen?
No, not now. We cannot see
Okay,
it
hold
now.
on. Yeah, you will not be. Now tell me if you are able to see my screen.
We can see your screen. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Finally. Okay. Smitaji, I've made you a celebrity. Okay. We had to do so many things to make it work, but hopefully now it works. Great. At least we know. All right.
योग का गीता में डर सबके आँखों का तारा मन ही मन क्यों जले अनमानी दिन तो है सबका प्यारा जेके योग का गीता में डर गीता के सेशन में नीति न ज्ञान यज्ञ सोचे माँ ये सब जादू कैसे हुआ तेरे योग का गीता में डर सबके आँखों का तारा मन ही मन क्यों जले दिन तो है सबका प्यारा.
All right. So this is Smita ji. Just wanted to let her know she keeps writing a lot of beautiful stuff, sharing her thoughts. And like I said, there are a lot of participants who don't speak here, but they reach out, and it means a lot actually. Knowing how the sessions have been making a difference in their life, and they are very eloquent when it comes to sharing their experiences, which is pretty encouraging as well. So let me go through a few things. So this is how our journey started. Are you able to hear me okay, right? Good. So this is what I was used to seeing when we started off the session. I would see Amrutavani ji, Sham ji. Sorry, I didn't get your screenshots here. All blank screens, okay? And I didn't realize when did it turn to this, okay? You see so many faces. And the best part of it is, as you look at it, when these sessions, they started picking up, right? When we started about 20, 25 people odd, a lot of people who would come back and put in feedback tracker, you know what? I don't know where I came across this link from. And this is exactly what I wanted to hear today. And I would wonder, how did it happen? And there are times when I don't know what prompts me to change something in the presentation that, okay, maybe this is not, this is what, and whatever I have changed, somebody has come back and said, this is exactly what I wanted to hear. So that is where I get to, it's not me. Something is driving you. That invisible hand is making its presence felt on a day-to-day basis. Okay. And this journey, like you see, so many screens, no faces. When it actually transformed to this family, all right. So this has been quite a journey, I must say that, for the last 2 years. And every day has been a celebration, I must say that. With that, I will stop rambling and have our participants talk about their reflections before we move to the devotional segment. I would love to hear from you. Whoever wants to come forward, please share your experience journey. I'm all ears from this point onwards. So thank you, everybody. See, it means a lot for me, for you to be giving 60 minutes of your life to me on a day-to-day basis. And my endeavor is to make sure that you take at least one thing, good thing back, which you find meaningful and, something good. And it has been working, and it's only going to get better as the time goes on. I'm pretty sure about that. So now I'll hand it over to the participants. The co-host, you can call up one by one and we'll get started.
Sure.
And
So
somebody can
Radhika,
take some pictures as well, because a lot of people have turned on their cameras. I think that'll be really nice.
okay. Radhe Radhe, Sandhya, go ahead, ma. You
Yeah.
can unmute yourself.
Radhe Radhe Nitinji, we I think from the participants also there is a surprise for you, little surprise video. So can we share it right now?
Sure. That's a surprise for sure.
Just
I'm all excited.
yes.
Let me pin. Oh my God.
God. So the birthday girl is going to play a video. I'm all excited then.
Okay, I hope we all can hear it. I've shared the computer. I'll start.
Sure. Give me a
Daily
sec.
wisdom session from Nitinji
You can hear, no?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear.
Awesome.
is always power packed with deep insights.
Nitinji always makes the concept very easy to understand.
His sense of humor is amazing.
डेली विजडम फ्रॉम भगवद गीता सेशंस में जो सबसे बेस्ट और अमेजिंग पार्ट जो मेरे को लगता है वो है श्लोक का रिसाइटेशन, और जिसकी वजह से मैं भी 2-3 श्लोक को याद कर चुका हूँ और उनका मतलब भी जान चुका हूँ। और नितिन जी इतने अच्छे से इन सारी चीज़ों को एक्सप्लेन करते हैं तो बहुत ही अमेजिंग है। और नितिन जी का साथ और हमारे साथ बने हुए हैं, उसके लिए बहुत बहुत थैंक यू नितिन जी।
As Krishna cannot be everywhere, so he has people like Swamiji to take care of the people he loves. Similarly, even Swamiji cannot be everywhere, so he has people like Nitin Bhaiya. Thank you, Nitin Bhaiya, for tolerating people like me and answering all those silly questions. Thank you so much, Bhaiya. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much, Bhaiya.
I wanted to express my heartfelt gratitude for everything that I've done so far and for everything that is to come. It's been a wonderful journey attending these daily sessions. Though I joined very late in 2022, I think this has been one of the best choices I've made, and you have done an amazing job as a spiritual teacher in walking us, hand-holding us, in understanding the different verses, and also patiently clearing and resolving our doubts. That's really great. Thank you so much.
Radhe Radhe Nitinji, your session is the Mukut Mani of all the Bhagavad Gita sessions that JKU presents. I'd like to define your name in Kannada. Ni means Nidrenda Bisuva, means awakening from sleep. Ti means Tilvalke Niduva, means giving knowledge. Now means Navanutana Karakrama, means ever new session or program. Love your puns, jokes, wits, leg pulling. Love you. East or West, Nitinji is the best.
Daily wisdom from Bhagavad Gita sessions are like Kohinoor of JK Yog online classes. The way Nitinji presents these complex Vedic concepts in such an elegant way is a treat to watch, and he takes time to clarify all the doubts as well. So I am very grateful to him, and congratulations for the 2nd year anniversary.
The DWFBG classes, Nitin sir's teachings, and the association of all wonderful devotees make my day complete. Nitin sir is just supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. He's very humble, very kind, and he always helps me. And I'll be ever grateful to him, and I'm already indebted to him for lifetimes. Thank you so much.
थैंक यू मैसेज है आपके लिए, हमारे साथ देने का पिछले 2 सालों से, और आगे भी साथ देने का हमारा। जब तक है जान, जब तक है जान, जब तक है जान। मैं ये जानता हूँ कि हम में से कई लोगों ने आपको मैसेज दिया होगा, लेकिन उनका मैसेज का तरीका और मेरा तरीका बहुत ही डिफरेंट है। आई सी यू एज अ फ्रेंड, एज माई यंगर ब्रदर। और मैं ये भी जानता हूँ कि आपके पास जो ज्ञान का भंडार है ये कृष्णा की ग्रेस है, और आप पे जो बनी हुई है बनी रहे। और मैं ये भी चाहूँगा कि आपके पास जो ग्रेस है भगवान की, ये आप हम पर आगे पास आउट कर दें। हम जैसे लोगों को इसकी बहुत ज़रूरत है।
Dear Nitinji, I believe that I found you in this class by the grace of God. As I'm taking this class, I'm also realizing that this is not an easy class, and it's very, very difficult to understand at times. But you've always gone above and beyond and outside the class to help us clear our doubts and understand these concepts. And I really, really respect you. And I really want to thank you for everything that you do. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the divine wisdom, for your Nishkam Seva, and for helping us out every time we get stuck with our spiritual progress. Thank you.
Thank you for teaching me Shlokas. Radhe Radhe.
There are not many places where we can get a transcendental experience in this world. But if there were, I guarantee that's one of those places is Daily Wisdom from Bhagavad Gita class. Nitinji, congratulations on hitting the 2-year milestone. It is no ordinary feat. It's quite remarkable. And I look forward to continuing this journey with you in this class. Thank you so much for all the class lectures and notes and interactive session. It is no surprise we are attracted like magnets to your class. Thank you so much.
Radhe Radhe Nitinji. I've been thinking since yesterday what to talk about you. But honestly, no words. I've been a seeker since a decade now, and I guess I just found my one-stop solution. I know all gratitude to Swamiji also, but you're different. Thank you for being this and helping so many people. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you so much for all the divine knowledge that you are sharing with us. And it is help. I don't know. It is what I felt is it's creating a ripple effect. So definitely, it's not only reaching out to me, and it also connects to the people whom I'm getting connected also. And somewhere it is just I don't know how I can explain you the best, and the knowledge which we are all getting from you, it's creating a ripple effect. That's what I wanted to tell. Thank you so much.
It's with the grace of God that I am able to attend your Bhagavad Gita sessions. I am enjoying very well because you explained it very thoroughly until it's clear all the way. Keep it up. Thank you.
Since 1 year, I'm attending Nitinji's Daily Wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. Nitinji is so humble and calm. He explains everything in detail till we understand it properly. Thank you, Nitinji, for giving us this daily wisdom. And you are so kind person. I have learned so much from you. Thank you.
मुझे पता है कि थैंक यू सफिशिएंट नहीं होगा, आप जो निष्काम सेवा कर रहे हैं, बट फिर भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और बहुत सारी शुभकामनाएं आपकी आध्यात्मिक उन्नति के लिए। और आशा करता हूं कि इस नए साल में आपकी सिखाई हुई चीज़ों को सिर्फ जानना और मानना नहीं, बल्कि उनको अपने जीवन में भी उतारना है। धन्यवाद नितिन जी, बहुत बहुत।
First of all, I would like to thank Nitin ji and his whole team to start this daily wisdom Bhagavad Gita session for everyone. I really feel blessed to be part of this family. My heartiest thanks to all of you and especially Nitin ji.
The daily wisdom from Bhagavad Gita session rocks. Happy second anniversary. Thank you, Nitinji, for teaching us these beautiful words of wisdom of Krishna in such a logical and creative manner. Your dedication, your conviction, and your servitude are super infectious. Thank you for introducing us to Swamiji and Maharajji.
Daily wisdom from Bhagavad Gita sessions are amazing. These sessions have transformed my life completely. My beliefs have changed. Otherwise, I would have been dealing with depression. And I'm able to understand so many things. Now I'm able to see my life through a different perspective. Nitinji is fantastic. He explains everything in such a simplistic manner that even a person like me can understand, so everyone can understand. And I'm super blessed to have a mentor like Nitinji.
Thank you so much, Bhaiya.
बहुत बहुत थैंक यू नितिन जी।
East or West, Nitinji is the best.
I am very grateful to him.
Thank you for being this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for introducing us to Swamiji and Maharajji.
All right, so this was just a very, very, very small fraction of what we all want to say. Literally, what you are doing for us is anirvachaniya. So thank you so much. And I know many, many more of us want to say more, and you can also start saying now.
So I just want to say, see, it is very overwhelming to see your responses, and I can understand, this knowledge itself is so precious that even a little bit of, understanding can actually make us feel overwhelmed with gratitude. And that is where humbly I accept your sentiments, but at the same time, it'll be like stealing, right? If I take credit for that, we have to understand where it's coming from, right? Swamiji has given us this platform and he's made this knowledge so palatable, for engineers like me. I mean, I would have never heard it from a saffron clad person until I came across Swamiji. How beautifully, so easily, logically, structured manner, rational manner, with such amazing analogies and contemporary examples, right? Even a scientific man with a scientific temperament would be compelled to believe. So he has made it so palatable, and I am simply being a messenger, relating it to you. And I feel privileged that he gave this seva to me, okay? Although I started reluctantly, but I'm glad I did. And I'm like, in Hindi, it is called a sadharan sadhak, right? Work in progress, and an ordinary person like you working on myself as well, and in your company. And because of this beautiful knowledge that we mull upon every day, I'm learning a lot. So I'm the biggest beneficiary in that sense. And it has been a privilege and an honor to know each one of you individually and be part of this family on a day-to-day basis. Like I said, we started off thinking it would probably be a 2 to 3 year project. But if you know now, we are in chapter 4. And like Shyamji was said, Jab tak hai jaan, health permitting, factors permitting, this will be a lifelong project, right? It will continue because 18th chapter is a long journey, but you can be rest assured, even before we reach 18th chapter, you would have traversed the length and breadth of Bhagavad Gita back and forth in a lot of ways, because the way we go about it is we pick up a shlok, do cross references, pick up all the related shlokas and go back and forth so that you are not missing out on the entire range, and the depth can wait as and when we progress to that particular chapter. So thank you from the deepest core of my heart, and thank you, a lot of gratitude to each one of you for turning up every day and entrusting me with your valuable time and making it these very enriching and a thoroughly enjoyable sessions. Yes, I will let everybody talk about. I would love to hear from you more and not talk more, and then we get into our devotional segment as well. Yes, some of the fantastic people I've come across, right? Students and pretty much everybody. Yes, you can call up Amritavani ji.
Go ahead, Samji. Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe,
I'm
sir.
so fortunate that Nitinji has been explaining everything so nicely, so beautifully. And sometimes I wonder, like Father said, that how much preparation Nitinji will have to do it to prepare for a lesson, a one-day lesson, and how transverse he has to figure out what shlok is needed where. It's fitting the second chapter is going on, and one shlok from there. It's a very little. Only a person of a high caliber like Swamiji and YouTube can figure out what shlok goes fit into that one. And I stumbled upon one of the very first ones to join this one, because in December 20th, my son is a doctor anesthesiologist. He moved from here to Stanford University as a doctor. Okay. I was asking him, he's a ISKCON devotee. I was asking him, where should I get the pronunciation and the recitation of these shlokas? He said ISKCON people, they have it, but it's a little too difficult. And I stumbled upon, and I was called the JK Yoga guys. And they told me, luckily you will be, Nitinji is going to start in January of this year, 2021, a new session. So why don't you come into that one? For the first couple of days, I may be stumbling upon how to use the Zoom and all those things, but I was somehow got into that. Thank you very much, and I'm very fortunate. I'm associated with you from the beginning itself, very first day itself. Radhe Radhe. I have more to say, but that's it. Radhe.
My gratitude to you, Samji. I know you've been there right from day one, and I owe you a lot of slides. And it's a promise. I'll do that to you. One of these days, I'll sit back, zip everything, and send it over to you. And Samji, I must say, has been one of the most ardent and sincere students. He wants to know everything to the finest detail. And when I make mistakes in presentations, he's the first one to catch. So
no, it's not. It's not in a bad way that I will just.
Not in that sense. It's in a good way, I'm saying. In a good way, I'm saying, yeah.
And I was, one thing you were saying that it will be finished in 2-3 years. Looks like it's a project of 5 to 10 years at least. And one more thing, like is clarified. In the beginning, you were saying that videos, we won't be giving the videos because people will be distracted. They won't be coming.
We are very confused, Samji. Yeah.
Just curious. No, it's okay.
I know. We keep on revising what works, what doesn't. So we'll keep on changing that. But be rest assured, let's talk about that. I know you want to go into the depths of a lot of stuff, so we can talk about that. But thank you for being so regular and being there right from day one. Thank you, Samji. Okay. Let's move on.
Urvi, go ahead, beta.
Urvi.
Radhe Radhe everyone. So I joined these sessions like when they started, but I never spoke, and I used to keep my camera also turned off. I used to just sit quietly, and then Nitin sir, he used to like present things, and then he used to ask questions. So I was like, oh, I know this, I want to speak, but can I speak? What if I speak something wrong and if he scolds? So I always had this fear of teachers. So I used to think, is he strict or is he lenient? Let me think. Then like some days went on like this, and then what I did was, while he used to speak, I used to write down what I had to speak on a paper very fast, and then when he used to come to the question, I used to turn on my mic and read it. So for many months I continued like that, and then I noticed that he's not scolding anybody, so he won't even scold me. So I got convinced that okay, he's not strict and he's lenient. So then I like stopped writing on a paper, but I never turned on my camera also. And I remember Nitin sir asked me for the first time that if I want to present about my spiritual journey. So I came up with that presentation, and I was so like, I don't know why I was like scared to not turn on my camera, and people requested me personally that we want to see your face because you keep speaking, and who are you? But I said, no, I cannot do that. And for many months, I did not turn on my camera. And I was in class 12th at that time. So 2 years, I'm in almost completing my second year in college now. So, and then what happened was in between, like I was kind of derailed from the track. So I stopped joining the classes as well for many months in between. And I also had this thing in mind while I stopped joining the classes that, oh my God, so many people join. And what if they say something which is not good for my spiritual journey? And I have to keep away from people, not speak to anyone, and just be all by myself. So I was like trying to not restrict words of other people falling into my ears. That was what I was actually trying. And I did not know what it meant to be with like-minded people. So I did not join for many months, and I just kept derailing myself on the track. And then when I was helpless, I had so many questions and I didn't know who would answer those. So I thought, okay, I used to join the Gita classes. Let me go back there. And I also sent questions to Nitin sir on his email ID. So he's written those long essays to answer me. And then I was like, okay, he's helping and he'll not scold me. So during the class, I came up with my question, and then I spoke to Nitin sir for the first time on call. And I was like, oh my God, he is so helping, and he just resolved so many questions for me. And it was like Nitin sir is responsible for getting me back on the track. And when I joined back, I saw Sandhya Didi, Shefali Didi, and so I saw these new faces when I joined back, and they were like very inspiring, Rahul ji and all. And I was like, look at these young people, they're so enthusiastic, and why am I trying to be all by myself? And then when I connected more and more with everyone, I realized um, the importance of satsang and why we need to be with like-minded people. So then obviously I started joining the classes, turning on my camera, and I just came back to so much better. And then Nitin sir, he's helped me like always. I had so many questions. I was like a question bank, and any question I had in my mind, I just used to go to Nitin sir, I have this question, now I have this question. And he used to tell me, okay, just a quick call, I'll let you know. And not only me, even my cousins and friends, like if they had some questions, I used to confuse them totally, that okay, this thing, are you not convinced? Let me take you to Nitin sir. And he's explained to my friends and cousins as well. So that way he's really very helpful, and he is responsible for for whatever I am today. because if Nitin sir would not have started these classes, and if he would not have been so humble, I would have been totally derailed from my spiritual path. So therefore I say that I'm indebted to him for lifetimes now, because he's helped me with my spiritual journey, and I don't have words to express my gratitude, and I know I'm speaking too much now. And I've already taken a lot of time, but I just want to say thank you, and thank you to everyone. And I'm so happy to have the wonderful association of such wonderful, and amazing people. So thank you so much, Radhe Radhe.
Thank you, Urvi. Appreciate it. And it's very rarely you come across participants and students who follow it so sincerely. In fact, when you would send me questions, it would make me nervous. She's like the doctorate in Bhagavad Gita and some of the advanced concepts. Her questions would make me research, and then now you have a direct access to Swamiji, and but I have seen your life come a full circle, right? And it has been a privilege knowing you, Urvi, and a delight to be speaking to, no matter what you ask and how many people you bring along with you, and some of the amazing stuff she does. I mean, I can go on speaking for the next 1 hour, but she's a very sincere sadhak, and a pretty man. Wish you the very best. I know you're preparing for IAS, RAS, and we'd like to see you as a future IAS and a big sevak. You can bring a lot of stuff to the table. We know that. So wish you the very best, and thank you again, Urvi. And it's a pleasure knowing you and working with you. All right, let's quickly move on. I know we are already over time. We have so many hands, so let's quickly move.
Yes, we can have it like little short so that
Sure.
everybody gets a chance. Let's have it little short.
Sure.
So yes, Ramya ji, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe, Shri Ramya.
Like everybody said, words would be really short to say thanks to you. And every time we had a doubt, you were just one call away. Even if we had any queries about how to go about anything, or even the questions we had spiritually, just one call away or one text away, and you always respond to us. And before, when I registered, I'll just keep it short. When I registered for JK Yoga, I was attending 3 Bhagavad Gita classes already. I saw Narad Bhakti Darshan and I registered for that. But one day I woke up late and I just saw the notification Bhagavad Gita, and I just started. And after listening to your class, any other Bhagavad Gita class I sit, I always think, how would have Nitinji explained this? And I used to refer back to your classes. Now I stopped attending all classes. It's only your class that I attend for Bhagavad Gita, and it's really made a huge impact. And it many times the kind of liberty you give us, we ask like, why don't we have this? Why don't we have that? As if I'm running the show, but that's the kind of liberty you gave us, and you took it up also. So many topics that we had asked for, you had taken up those slides and presented those concepts also. And I look up to you to learn from you, to be humble, and how the way you include everyone, and way to learn from you. I am not telling that I've totally inspired or become like that. Long way to go, but definitely I see changes, and thank you so much for everything. Radhe Radhe.
My pleasure, Shri Ramya. Very nice, and I'm glad you got hooked on to the sessions. And it's a beautiful journey for all of us, and it'll only get better with time, like I say, right? Because see, the more understanding we keep on getting, the better our experience starts growing. It's mutually reinforcing to each other. And thank you so much. And again, all glories, credit goes to Swamiji for that. I would say that I'm just a facilitator, but happy to play this role. And you said I'm a call away and text away. Yes, because I have absolutely nothing to do. Trust me, this is the focal point of everything that I do. You can ask my wife. Okay, basically, I have all the time in the world, and that's all I do these days, and I love doing it. So feel free to reach out anytime you want. Right? She must be smiling if she's in the session.
Yeah,
See,
I
my
was about to ask.
in-laws, they join this session. My mom joined this session, so they know this is a priority, and they're very accommodating. So I have been lucky in that sense. I must say that. All right. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Ramya ji. Pallavi ji, please go ahead.
Pallavi ji, please go ahead. She's our wonderful co-host. She's been there right from day one as well.
Radhe Radhe, Nitinji.
And she's a wonderful singer as well. Okay, I just want to introduce you.
Nitinji, everyone is pouring their heart, and I also want to pour my heart today. So first of all, thank you so much
for including me as a JK Yog family. And I feel blessed to be part of JK Yog family and the opportunity to participate as co-host for our daily wisdom session. So this is not a session for me. This is a disciplined schedule of satsang for me. And for many of us, I know that we all are, these sessions are not only a way to learn sacred Bhagavad Gita, but this is a sacred time for our satsang. And I have to say that since 2021, now we are completing second year. So congratulations to the team, especially to you, Nitinji. You are the force, the driving force behind this wonderful, wonderful session. But this session has always brought something new over the time we have always seen, whether it was Kahoot games or it was presentation from devotees, and now recently the devotional segment. These all sessions, and they include so much active participation from devotees, and it fills it gives so much liveliness to the session. So thanks so much for being so innovative. So finally, Nitinji, I would really, from bottom of my heart, I want to say thanks to you for sharing your wisdom, for sharing your hard-earned knowledge from Swamiji and Maharajji. Whatever you learned, you have been sharing us with your wonderful, wonderful, excellent presentation skills. And patiently you respond to all our questions. I have benefited so much from the session, I can't even describe. I learned what is the meaning of seva, what is service, and how to do that. And I'm still in work in progress, learning all small things. And mostly I learned to seek happiness in the correct direction. So thank you so much. I feel very privileged and blessed to be part of this family. And thanks to all the devotees, they are like family. I have seen so many devotees pouring their heart and in the session, sharing all their experiences, and it's just like another family. So thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, Pallaviji. You rightly articulated, it's more like an extended family right now. I must say that, see, all this stuff, when you say that, I don't know, I mean, I get some special privileges during this 1 hour. Okay, so all the presentation, all that stuff, it comes out beautifully just because I'm doing this seva. You know, if you meet me otherwise, it'll be like, okay, is it the same person? But I'm happy to enjoy that ride for this 1 hour, and would love to continue it for as long as I can, because we all know how much we are benefiting from it, right? It's become a part of our routine, which is the most beautiful part. And thank you. It's always a pleasure talking to you and knowing you right from day one on these sessions. So thank you so much, Pallaviji. All right, let's
Thank you, Pallaviji. Surendarji. Radhe Radhe,
Radhe
Surendarji.
Radhe Prabhu. Radhe Radhe Prabhu. Radhe Radhe. Thank you very much. I want to second everybody whatever has been said. I don't want to repeat those words. Nitinji knows that I am sincerely seconding it. The word kaushal is for kushal. The kushal means the perfect, and therefore he is kaushal. And Nitin is also the name of the Lord, one of the names of Lord Krishna. But Krishna had the limitation of time during the war battle, the Kurukshetra. But Nitinji has years and years to explain everything. So I think Govind Guru dono khade kaake lagu pao. Balihari Guru ke jo Govind diyo milaya. So you are in that Guru position at the moment, Nitinji, that you are showing us what Kishanji wanted to tell the Arjun. We are all Arjuns for you. Thank you very much. No words that I can express. The only thing I can say is, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. We need to have you for years and years and years. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Surendraji. Your sentiments. See, when you talk about Guru and so, that stature belongs to Swamiji and Maharajji. You have to remember, I'm just a messenger. But I understand your sentiments because I'm becoming the face and, relaying that message. but yet it truly belongs to them. And I'm so glad you could meet him in person. And I'm very happy you could meet my family in Palampur as well. They still talk very fondly about you, the experience that they had with you. So thank you so much. And it's an honor to have you on these sessions. And please keep building that personal rapport with Swamiji. That will catapult your spiritual journey to another level. And when it comes to satsang, we all are sadhaks. We all are work in progress. We are WIPs, yet to be VIPs. Okay, some of you might be VIPs, but I'm taking a liberty to say all of us are WIPs. But let's keep the satsang going and keep that spirit of, that stature of Guru for Swamiji, Maharajji, and Krishna himself. So thank you so much, Surendraji, for that. Let's move on. Thank you.
Champaji, please go ahead. You've been unmuted.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Champaji. Champaji, by the way, Smitaji, Champaji, I have a lot of people who I have a maternal feeling for, and that sentiment is evoked because I have been interacting with them and seeing them, and whenever I hear them, my mom is there as well, she can understand. So Champaji is one of those as well. It's always a pleasure to hear from you, Champaji. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Whatever has to be said about you is already been said, and not to the extent of what you are. You are like a blue-eyed wonder boy to me. And I have that particular Vatsalya Bhav for you. Once in SMS session also I asked, is it okay for me to have attachment to Swamiji, Nitinji, and Swapnaji? Is it okay? Because you are supposed to have detachment, He said, it's okay, but you must look at all the teachers equally, but which I cannot, do it. I have special affection for Nitinji. And I always wonder, like everybody said, how much of knowledge he must have to give this much, because I'm a teacher. They always say to give 1 spoon of knowledge, you should have at least 1 vessel full of knowledge. And every day, so much, that too in a beautiful, I have never seen such wonderful PowerPoint presentations. I just don't have the words to explain his ability, capability, the way he expressed. My English is poor. I don't have the words. And thank you, Nitinji. On and off, because of my health and things like that, I have goofed off from your class. But from this new year, I have decided whatever may come, I will be very active and be with your class. And as you have already taught, it is whatever is happening is only to the body, not to the soul. So my soul will be in your class, even if the body does not permit. And one last thing I want to say, the proof of pudding is in eating, they say, the way Nitinji is able to attract the youngsters. These days, youngsters, what they are. I don't want to generalize. So many youngsters so actively participating, and I'm really proud of them, and they're doing so well. And the reels they make and all that, it's something excellent. And he's able to hold a 70-plus-year-old lady and 14, 15 years children. That means he's really great. Thank you, Nitinji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Champaji. It's your large-heartedness and magnanimity to be saying such kind words. Like I always say, mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhete gurum. So God and Guru have their own ways of making you shine, especially when they have to serve so many people, right? So I'm just becoming a messenger in the face of it, but the true power and grace is coming from somewhere else. But I'm happy to play this part, and I feel privileged because not everybody gets to do this seva. So in that sense, I feel very honored and privileged, and in the process, getting to know wonderful souls and people like you, over the last couple of years. So thank you so much again for your kind words, Champaji. All right, a few more hands. Let's take them quickly.
Samji, Manishji, Radhe Radhe. I'm sorry, I was replying to her.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
I know we are over time today, and I think it's going to stretch a little bit, but we'll pick up all the hands and then see how far we can go with the devotional segment. Yeah, right.
Radhe Radhe, everyone. congratulations on the 2-year anniversary, Nitinji. And for me, I've only joined since February, but I came across, it was a grace of God that I came across Swamiji's video in February. And then I joined a WhatsApp group, and then that's how I learned a beer session. So these sessions and Swamiji came in a time when I was going through a lot of tough time, which I've shared in the class before, where my wife had blood cancer. And so I was listening to these sessions even during the hospital, and it was giving me the strength to just be able to help her and go on and cope with the things we were going through at the time. So it was very, and I won't go into all the details because I already shared the short story, as I consider everyone here a family. But the sessions and everything has just completely changed my life and put me in the right direction. So, I mean, there's like no words to say thanks to anyone, to Swamiji and all his sessions. And I've learned so much from you in these sessions as well. And I've also come up with a New Year's resolution to do 1 verse a day, Bhagavad Gita, and to read that verse and commentary of Swamiji's. So thank you for everything. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you, Manishi. I know you have been going through a lot of personal struggle, and it takes a lot of heart actually to share it publicly. And now that we are kind of a closed extended family, I know you have shared that. And the beauty of Bhagavad Gita is, like Lord Krishna says, even if you make a little bit of a progress, right, it saves you from the greatest danger and the greatest fear. And a lot of you can vouch for it. The fears and insecurities, anxieties that we live with, when we start making progress, they start subsiding all by themselves. And that is how beautifully it goes, right? It's just like when a flower blossoms, the fruit comes out, the petal, they start falling away all by themselves. Similarly, when you start making progress, one of the byproducts or the consequence that you can immediately realize is that your fears, anxieties, and other things that afflict your mind, they start subsiding gradually, or you start putting them in perspective. They don't trouble you as much as they used to previously. So thank you for sharing that. It's very, very inspiring for others as well to take inspiration from. Thank you so much, Manishi. All right.
Thank you, Manishi. Arunji, go ahead, please. Radhe Radhe.
Hi, Radhe Radhe, Nitinji. So yeah, I joined the class pretty late this year, as you're aware, but it's been an amazing journey. I think you're a great teacher. The thing is that it's not only having the wealth of wisdom, it's also being able to articulate that effectively. The way you do the presentations, the way you are so dedicated to the art, it's something that is very inspiring to see. I mean, I've always looked up to you for the fact that you're able to balance everything in life. That is the main thing. I mean, you have so many other routine, day-to-day things that you do, and putting this over there and, just making it seem like it's something very simple information, but the amount of work behind the scenes and what all you do behind, I mean, it's really great. And I'm so much in awe of that, actually. So I really admire that quality of yours. And as you said, by the grace of God and Guru, nothing is possible. But I mean, the amount of self-effort that you have put here as well, it's amazing to see that. And I'm so happy that you're able to, I mean, you still have the fire within you to pull this off. And, the fact that you have always been approachable and, for all the, the questions, whether they are good or not, and what all I reach out to you and how quickly you try to address them. And you're very approachable in that aspect. So I've really admired all of that. And no matter how many people approach you with questions, you're able to address all of them, which I'm seeing from the way people are expressing their reactions. Like, it seems like you are the counselor for a lot of people here. And it's really amazing that you're able to do everything. Like, it's not a very simple feat at all. Like, even if you take information that's provided by Swamiji or anybody else and you put it, it's not easy to just convey that as it is. It's an art, and you have really mastered it, and it's really, really nice. And I'm really grateful to have joined the sessions. Thank you.
Pleasure to have you, Arunji, on the sessions. I'm glad you've started with Seva as well. And yes, it just starts happening. I just put things that I have learned or heard. It just happens automatically all by itself. And I'm happy somehow that time gets created. And just knowing all of you and getting to hear and all the enriching experience that comes along with it is good enough motivation to keep going. And like I said, I am the biggest beneficiary out of it all, right? So there's a selfish motive there as well from my side. So I'm gaining a lot from each one of you from that sense. So thank you again. Been a pleasure to have you on these sessions. All right.
Anita ji, Radhe Radhe, please go ahead. Thank you, Arun ji.
Radhe Radhe.
Anita ji.
Nitin ji, I really thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Like I have hard time asking for help from anybody. Like you made it easier for me to ask and get the help when I needed, and personally when I needed it very much. So I really thank you very much for that. And your sessions, you bring up so much new slides, and every time it's a new, fresh ideas. Even though we know what is in their Bhagavad Gita, like it's a new perspective altogether. Like you can never know, like you can think like this also, and you bring up such a questions like it's like we can never get that replies from the participants. It's like brings so much angles like we cannot thought of. Like your sessions are so enriching, like we learn so much, like I cannot explain in words. So much that we get to gain the knowledge. Like I don't see even in JKO all the sessions. Your session is like the cream of all the Bhagavad Gita sessions. Like it's just the butter, that amrit what we are getting. Like it's so much to take in, and it's acknowledging everything. And I really thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for all the things you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Neetaji, for your kind words. I think I owe it to each one of you who keep me motivated and inspired. And it's a good acknowledgement around that what we set out to do, it's going well. The fact that you were saying getting value is very encouraging for me. That means I need to continue to do more of what I'm doing. So thank you so much for that. And with God and Guru's grace, I'm sure we will keep on deepening this connect and keep on taking it to the next level as the years pass by. Thank you so much, Anita ji. Pleasure to have you on these sessions. Okay, so
Lakshmi ji, please. Sorry, Nitin.
No, I wanted to say, I think we can conclude this and we'll see how far we can go with the devotional segment, or we can continue tomorrow. We have time, right? It's all time for us. So, or we will continue if you want to do that. So depending upon the appetite of the participants, but let's take all the hands. We can limit it to 2 minutes each. That way we can cover everybody.
Sure. Prasanna ji, Lakshmi Prasanna ji, Radhe Radhe, please.
Radhe Radhe, Lakshmi ji. Good to see you.
Yeah. I'm in hospital, so I don't want to waste the time on this platform. I'm very fortunate to be one of the family member of this platform, and I really there are no words to express you towards your help and your presentations, making us understand the Bhagavad Gita, because I was totally zero of spiritual knowledge prior. But beyond that, also, I used to call you and disturb you or waste your time. But you used to talk so much, you used to spend so much time and guide me in certain situations in my life. So personally, so you helped me offline and online also. So I'm very thankful to you and love you. I love this platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi ji, and thank you for being a sincere student. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I've seen you evolve. We both have actually during the course of this journey, and I'm grateful to you for getting your sister and your friend also to these sessions. See, these sessions, what I have discovered over the last 2 years is most of the people, they come with the word of mouth. Okay, the online publicity, reaching out, it helps, putting out the word. But the biggest driver is the word of mouth. That people, they bring in their friends, then they'll call up the family member, and that's how the hooks have been built. And that is why some of the relationships that we have built here are more lasting, because they are based on live testimonials from each one of you. So thank you again, Lakshmi ji. Pleasure to have you on these sessions.
Thank you, Lakshmi ji. So now we have Aparna ji, Radhe Radhe, Aparna Deshpande ji.
Aparna ji, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe, Nitin ji.
congratulations on 2 years of DWFBG class. You are the best. I don't know what to say. Actually, chanting Bhagavad Gita shlokas is so auspicious, and it has been my dream. And you are so nice and lenient. You say like, oh, last 3 hands, last 2 hands, but you take everyone every day and you let me chant, which is very nice because I come out of the another session and I'm running late here. So, but you have been very nice. And I enjoy your sense of humor and how you think, really out of the box and come up with those creative slides, when you put together your presentations. I actually met you for the first time when I came for the Diwali dinner on October 29th.
Oh.
So after that, I just started, in the last 2 months. I always thought that the sessions were overlapping and I never even saw that. But after I spoke to you, I, got, engaged and I started looking for the sessions. So your content is very logical and practical, and appreciate your, deep answers to any questions that we have, and, really feel blessed to be a part of this family. Thank you, Nitinji.
Thank you so much, Aparna ji, and I'm glad we met, and you could start with these sessions and getting the benefit from these sessions. So honor to have you on these sessions. And yeah, I think enough has been said about presentations. God has his way to prepare you, right? I think all the corporate little stuff that I have learned, I'm able to put it to good use. Finally, I'm putting it to good use, right? So I'm a misfit in my corporate life, but at least something is working somewhere. And if it is in the service of, Lord, in form of Bhagavad Gita, that's the best use of that talent. So thank you again for that acknowledgement. All right, let's pick up.
Thank you, Aparna ji. Manoranjan ji, Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe, Manoranjan ji, please go ahead.
Yeah, Radhe Radhe, namaskaram to all of you. And actually, I was not knowing that this was the anniversary session. So first of all, I congratulate Nitinji and the entire team behind, because it is not a single person's work, it's a collective effort. So I thank each and every person who has engaged in activities to bring such wisdom nuggets, and they are very essential for our life.
Thank
Upon
you.
saying this, I would say, Nitinji, that you are like a priest. Now, what a priest does, he makes the person who actually is performing the ritual, make the person pavitra, pious, right? Because as in Bhagavad Gita it is said, Nahi jnanena sadrusam pavitram mahividyate. ज्ञान से पवित्र करने वाला ऐसे संसार में कुछ है ही नहीं. तो आप उस ज्ञान को सबके सामने वितरण कर रहे हैं, तो इसीलिए आप पृष्ठ बन जा रहे हैं और आप सबको, इसलिए आपको अनेक अनेक धन्यवाद. To you. Considering the aspect, I'd like to share one quote from the Mahamudkar of Adi Shankaracharya. So Adi Shankaracharya says that Bhagavad Gita kinchite dhisa, Bhagavad Gita kinchite dhisa, Ganga jal lab kanika pita, Ganga jal lab kanika pita, Sakridapena Murari Samacharcha, Sakridapena Murari Samacharcha, Tasyayena Menana Charcha. The meaning is that if at least once in a lifetime you have gone across Bhagavad Gita or just have read one stanza, at least you have one kanika of Gangajal if you have drank, right? Then you have worshipped Lord Krishna, Murari, with all your devotion, at least once in a lifetime. Then Yamduts will not count your name. Not count your name. You will have a long life altogether. So this has been said by Adi Shankaracharya. So it is, see what blessings we are getting every day, day in and day out. We are chanting Bhagavad Gita, we are discussing, contemplating on that. See that.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. Is it his audio is clear? I'm not able.
Audio is breaking, Manoranjan ji. Your audio is breaking off.
It is. Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Your voice is actually breaking in between, Manoranjan ji. Sorry about that. Your voice is actually breaking.
Not an issue. Now I'm audible.
It's better, please, you may want to fix your audio and then
Yeah.
come back to you again.
Thank you
Alright.
so much. Sorry about that. I thought it was from my side. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's trailing.
Chirag ji, Radhe Radhe, please go
Radhe
ahead.
Radhe. So I wanted to recite a shlok from 18th chapter. I don't remember it in Sanskrit, but in that Krishna said to Arjun that those who recite this most confidential knowledge to anyone will perform greatest act of love to me, and they will come to me for sure. So that shlok fits on you. And also once I was listening to Swamiji's lecture, and he said that you don't have to find a guru. You have to trust Krishna, and he will find a guru for you. So that's what happened with me when I came across with JK Yog, and then I found it Swamiji. I met Swamiji for the first time last month when he came to Delhi. And after that, I am waiting when I will meet you, Nitinji. So thank you. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you,
And
Chirag.
also I want to engage in Seva as well. I messaged you once, but right now my SEM1 exams are going on. But after that, I will make sure that I will engage in Seva.
Please do reach out, okay? We'll definitely get you started. And it is, yes, it is in 18.68, where Lord Krishna says, Ya idam paramam guhyam mad bhakteshva bhidhasyati bhaktim mai param kritva mame veshyat sanshaya. So yes, it's very auspicious to impart this knowledge and get to a position of being able to discuss it. It's not normal. It's pretty auspicious and very special. So thank you, Chirag. I look forward to working with you. Please reach out once you are free, and we have lots of seva we can enable for you. Thank you so much. All right.
Chirag ji, Radhe Radhe. So we'll give it to Jyoti ji now. Radhe Radhe, Jyoti ji.
Jyoti ji.
Radhe Radhe Nitin ji. First of all, I would like to say thanks to you, and I would like to keep it crisp and simple. So I agree with everyone. So whatever people have said, that's so true. But especially I connect what Pallavi ji has said. To me, this Bhagavad Gita session is my lifeline. I cannot imagine my life without this Bhagavad Gita session. Radhe Radhe.
That means a lot, Jyoti. I'm glad you are taking the full benefit from these sessions, and it's a pleasure to work with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jyoti ji.
Yeah,
Radhe
last few
Radhe.
hands, real quick.
Nilesh ji, Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe, Nilesh ji.
Radhe Radhe, Nitin ji. So what I wanted to share, I used to attend the sessions not consistently, but then at some point I started to attend consistently, and then 2.47, the Karma Yoga session, the whole week, man, that session just got the attention. And whatever question I was thinking, it was the topic of discussion. Like, why do I not achieve my goals? Should I become complacent in my life? I mean, the way it got explained, I have downloaded that, and every month I have to revise and refresh so that I keep that knowledge in front of me. So that really got my attention. And then the way I have also asked you this, though, how do you make such good presentations? And I think after this class, we all are saying you should have a presentation class for another 1 hour. How do you come up with such good presentations? That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Nilesh.
So
I'm glad you built a hook with Karam Yoga 2.47, which we spoke about. We should practice 24/7. And yes, it is a very important shloka. That's why I spent about a week, and we'll keep on repeating that workshop. It's a very practical tool, because if we can implement it in our 8-hour workday, then it increases our odds of evolving spiritually 3 times, like we did the mathematics around it. So I'm glad you built a hook on that. And yes, we can talk about, I don't know, when presentations, they come out well, it's all grace of God and Guru. But like I said, all the trainings, little bit of trainings I got through my studies and my corporate, where I was working, I'm able to put it to good use. And I'm glad it is getting put to use for Bhagavad Gita, because there's just so much of scope of presenting it analytically, because people with scientific temperament, especially the newer generation, think it's hocus pocus stuff. It gives me a liberty to put it in very systematic, structured, graphical illustrations and stuff like that, which can immediately connect with you. But yeah, I would love to work with you. If you are ever interested in Seva, reach out to me and we can work together on a lot of more exciting stuff down the line. All right, I saw Artiji's hand raised. Jasti.
Yes, yes.
I would love to hear from her. Artiji, if you're still around.
Radhe Radhe, Artiji, I have unmuted you.
And then Monica ji had raised her hand as well. You have to raise it again. Okay, you are not allowed to lower it once you raise it. So Artiji, please.
Actually, many of them, I think they're lowered their hands.
Lose hope. Okay. your name will be called. Maybe we can do the other segment maybe tomorrow, but we'll wrap it up. Aarti ji, if you're around, please.
Radhe Radhe Aarti ji. I've unmuted her, but I think.
राधे नितिन जी, आप सुन
Yes,
सक रहे
Hari
हैं?
Om. It's always a pleasure to. I look forward to hearing from you. Please go ahead.
अरे कुछ शब्द रह कहाँ गए हैं, पर मुझे इतना पूछना है, आप कैसे हो? चलो ये बताओ।
मैं
सबने
मैं
बोला
बहुत
आप कैसे हो?
मैं बहुत अच्छा हूँ, बहुत बहुत सही चल रहा है, और हमें यहाँ टमाटर सिलेंडर के दाम से जूझना नहीं पड़ता, इसलिए और भी अच्छा फील होता है।
अभी मुझे भी नहीं जूझना पड़ता आप ही के कारण, तो उसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और दूसरी एक बात कहती हूँ, आप कहते हो ना ये म्यूचुअल है, मानती हूँ बाबा ये म्यूचुअल ही है, आप भी फायदे में हो मैं भी फायदे में हूँ, लेकिन है ना एक ही फर्क है, आप गिवर हो और हम टेकर है, तो गिवर ऑब्वियसली अबाव तो हो ही जाता है कि नहीं?
धन्यवाद, बहुत बड़ी बात कही आपने। ऐसा नहीं, आई एम ऑल्सो टेकर, ओके, व्हाट आई एम गेटिंग यू आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग, बिकॉज इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ रियलाइजेशन। मुझे आरती जी का द बेस्ट थिंग आई लाइक्ड अबाउट हर वाज शी गेव अ कमेंट व्हेन आई वाज स्पीकिंग टू हर वंस। शी सेड व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड ऑफ विद दिस सेशंस आई यूज्ड टू हियर फ्रॉम माय माइंड क्या ये कल का लड़का ये क्या भगवत गीता और ये सब बोलेगा, बट मैंने कहा ठीक है, सुनते रहते हैं, और अब हमें दिल से सुनती हूँ। सो आई सेड ऑल राइट, दैट इज गुड। सो गॉड हैज टर्न सम की व्हिच इज गुड। तो पहले वो दिमाग से सुनते थे, अब वो दिल से सुनते हैं। सो थैंक यू सो मच आरती जी, इट्स ऑलवेज अ प्लेजर टू हियर फ्रॉम यू। और ये भी
मैं
बहुत पहले से आ रहे हैं, और बहुत ही टेढ़े मेढ़े क्वेश्चन पूछा करते थे फीडबैक ट्रैकर में। मुझे लगता था पता नहीं क्या जानना चाहते हैं, बट अब सही हो गया जो भी चल रहा है। वेरी नाइस।
वो कहते हैं ना एक रिजिड माइंड के साथ आई थी, जैसे योग में जाते हैं तो आपकी बॉडी वैसे ही रिजिड रहती है, तो स्टार्टिंग में सारे पेनफुल होते हैं तो आप सब कंप्लेंट करना स्टार्ट कर देते हैं, फिर स्लोली इफ यू स्टार्ट प्रैक्टिसिंग सेम है, स्लोली आई स्टार्ट फर्स्ट लिसनिंग फ्रॉम ईयर्स, देन लिसनिंग फ्रॉम माई माइंड, आई हैव बिकम मोल्डेड। और आपने ऐसा मोल्ड करना स्टार्ट किया ना, आज मैं ना आपको है ना एक तो ज़रूर कहूँगी, मुझ में गुस्सा कम हो गया है, मुझ में दूसरों को है ना इमीडिएट रिस्पॉन्स रिप्लाई देना कम हो गया है, और कंप्लेंट करना भी कम हो गया है। आज मैं वो चीज़ों को है ना ज़रूर थैंक्स बोलती हूँ जो मुझे लगता है ना कि अरे ये तो मिलनी ही चाहिए थी, लेकिन मुझे ये लगता है कितने लोग हैं जिनको नहीं भी मिली है, सो आई शुड बी थैंकफुल एंड दैट इज़ बिकॉज ऑफ यू। और कहते हैं ना हर दिन जरा जरा जरा, आप है ना वो जरा 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 करके जो धक्का मारते हो ना, वाह उसका तो कहना ही क्या। सबने बस यही है कि जरा जरा जरा, थोड़ा 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 थोड़ा, और वो बोलते हैं ना थोड़ा टमाटर के साथ थोड़ा धनिया फ्री दे दो, चलता है चलता है। तो उसके लिए बहुत बहुत थैंक यू। एंड आज देखो आप मुस्कान लेके जा रहे हो, पूरा दिन आप मुस्कुराते ही रहो, और प्लीज़ आप भी सेहत का ध्यान रखो, क्योंकि हम तो बहुत खुश हो ही जाते हैं आपसे, लेकिन कभी कभी मैं ऐसा नोटिस करती हूँ कि आप थोड़े थके हुए हो, आपकी कभी कभी थोड़ी नींद भी आपकी थोड़ी थोड़ी कम है, आपको भी बहुत पसंद है, मुझे तो बहुत ज़्यादा ही पसंद है। तो कभी कभी आप भी रेस्ट ले लिया करो, आप भी छुट्टियाँ कम लो पर रेस्ट ज़रूर लेना, ठीक है? तो अपना
धन्यवाद
ख्याल रखो, अपने परिवार का भी ख्याल रखो, ओके? और हेल्दी रहो, ताकि और 10-20 साल जो भी हम आपके साथ भगवत गीता सुने ना, ऐसे ही हेल्दीली सुने, और ऐसे ही मस्त आगे आगे। मैं ब्रह्मानंद चाहती थी, आपने मुझे प्रेमानंद तक मतलब वो गोल लगा दिया पहुंचने का, तो वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए ना मेरा जर्नी में जो आप साथ हो ना, तो साथ में ही रहिएगा, ओके? प्लीज डू टेक केयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ एंड
बिल्कुल आरती जी,
Oh,
थैंक
that's
यू।
so awesome.
वेरी नाइस फॉर योर काइंड वर्ड्स, एंड वेरी रीअश्योरिंग टू नो कि आपने 20 साल तो दे दिए हमें जिंदगी के, राइट? तो 20 साल तो चल रहा है काम, तब तक हम कम से कम 15th या 16th चैप्टर तक तो पहुंच ही जाएंगे, और कहीं नहीं। एंड ऑलवेज अ प्लेजर टू हियर फ्रॉम यू आरती जी। द बेस्ट थिंग आई लाइक इज यू स्पीक फ्रॉम योर no filters attached, which I love about it. So thank you, and keep attending our sessions and keep providing your feedback. Okay, it means a lot and it helps us do the improvisations.
एक क्वेश्चन, ये फीडबैक अटेंडेंस भरना जरूरी है क्या?
नहीं नहीं, जरूरी नहीं है, जरूरी कुछ नहीं है लाइफ में, सब कुछ ऑप्शनल है।
चलो थैंक यू
धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू सो
ओके आरती जी, हो गया आई थिंक। अब हमारे पास लास्ट 5 हैंड्स है, विल फ्रीज इट एंड
Sure,
क्विकली।
sure.
हाँ जी,
Yes, Monica ji.
मोनिका
Radhe Radhe. Thank you for waiting. Please go
Laddu,
ahead.
you prepare as well. Okay, you prepared bhajan, but you can speak as well. Yes, Monica ji, please go ahead.
राधे राधे नितिन जी, राधे राधे एवरीवन।
राधे
मैंने
राधे।
बहुत सोचा था say this, I'll say that, हर किसी ने सारे पॉइंट्स चुरा लिए। So I know I thought I'll meet you in the temple and then hug you and thank you for making me what I am today. I I was into activism, you know that. Not many people know this, but I was a mess here because मुझे लगता था कि maybe I wanted to help people. I wanted to do a lot of things, you know, maybe be the change, make the change. I don't know what. But then आप जो अपने आप को जो मैसेंजर बोलते हैं ना, बहुत ही तगड़े वाले मैसेंजर हो नितिन जी. My husband personally thanks you because he has seen changes in me. Because of then, you know, activism में, you know, you sleep with messages like ये हो गया, you know, this conversion happening, this and that, and then you get up with the same messages. So I could see that I was growing older, but अभी मैं खुद को, I mean, I don't know if people are feeling this, but I'm feeling younger now. I did not know myself that I was actually longing for Krishna, and you found that out. And आपने बहुत बहुत बहुत, I mean, I don't know, मेरे पास में seriously words नहीं है, but thank you so much for doing this. जैसे लड्डू ने कहा ना कि कृष्णा हर जगह नहीं होते तो वो स्वामी जी को भेजते हैं, अगर स्वामी जी हर जगह नहीं हो सकते तो नितिन जी आते हैं. So thank you so much for doing this. But मैं टेम्पल में आके फिर भी आपको हक करके पर्सनल थैंक यू बोलूंगी. We really love you, Nitin ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Monica ji. I think a lot of credit for this goes to you as well, because only when you approach things with an open mind, things can change. And I know your activism keeps cropping up from time to time, but hopefully we've been able to dovetail it at least 70 to 80%, if not the entire 100%. But I'm glad you are able to acknowledge the change and the positive impact it has had on you. And thank you so much for sharing and acknowledging that. Let's keep this journey going. And like I always say, it will only keep on getting better with time. So thank you so much. Radhe Radhe.
Thank you,
All right,
Monica
last
ji.
3 hands then. We are down to our last 3 hands. So what I would say,
Surya
I planned for a devotional segment, but I don't want to hijack that because it's already late. We'll continue it tomorrow. Okay. We have.
Sure.
Is anybody upset because of that? Or do we want to continue?
No, definitely not.
All right. I can maybe definitely not. Okay. Couple of hands will take for devotional. I think Seema Laddu, she really wanted to sing today. So maybe a couple of hands
Sure.
will take and remaining.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
So let's
Fine.
quickly wrap it up then for the remaining hands.
Yes. Surya Prakash ji, please go ahead. Radhe Radhe.
I see a lot of comments as well. So if somebody can take screenshots, I hope somebody has done that. Please share those because it has been a pretty fascinating session, I must say. Getting to hear from all of you. I rarely get that.
Radhe Radhe Nitin ji, congratulations for the completion of 2 years. Number one. Number two, I want to say because I also teach like Champaji. Initially in the class, they used to be, when they join, it will be 60 in the class. Then slowly it goes to as low as 20 or even sometimes 15 students per the class. And the questions nobody asks. Even we ask, are any doubts, and nobody reply for that. But whereas here, when I joined, it was 72, 75, but now we are at 105. And people are giving, means they ask the questions, means interested people joining in Nitin sir class is much. And really, the way they have poured their, gratitude or their happiness was good. And I am really happy and enjoying the classes.
Very nice, Surya Prakash. Thank you so much for that. And I know you started recently and you've been phenomenal. You know, the way you have picked up and eased yourself into it, it's like fish taking to water. So thank you so much for that. All right, we're down to our last 2 hands.
Thank you, Surya Prakash. Shanji, Radhe Radhe. Thank you for waiting.
Ashutosh. Yes, Shanji.
Radhe,
Radhe Radhe.
And it's been a pleasure to come back, and by the grace of Sri Krishna, I joined back again today, at this auspicious day for you. And I'm so happy that Sri Krishna guided me to be here today. And I don't want to take up much time because I want to thank you for this. And you have changed my life a lot. And there's no time to discuss it. I just want to say that Krishna, Ganavati Gauri, and Mother Saraswati Mata shower the blessings on you, and so you can continue and give us all of this valid, this very precious knowledge from Sri Krishna. Radhe Radhe and Jai Sitaram.
Thank you, Shanji, and I'm glad you are back. I know you started and then you stopped and now you're back again. So I look forward to seeing you more frequently in the sessions. And thank you so much for your kind words and all the blessings. Radhe Radhe. All right, last but not
Ishanji.
least, Ashutosh ji and then Laddu, be prepared. You are going to sing a bhajan and maybe one more because we can't take everybody. It's already, we've overshot the time today. So Ashutosh, please go ahead.
Radhe Radhe Ashutosh ji, please go ahead.
Radhe Radhe Nitin ji. Just wanted to thank you, Nitin ji. Where I am because of him only now.
Your audio is breaking,
बोलते हैं,
Ashutosh.
No.
like डूबते को तिनके का सहारा, like that time I was. Then Nitin ji came and helped me a lot. So thank you so much, Nitin ji.
Oh.
Yes. Sorry.
No, you don't have to.
You take care, Ashutosh ji. I know you've been going through a lot of stuff. And you started off with the anger management courses and the sessions that we were doing. And it's always a pleasure to hear all the Bhakti Shatak recitations from you. Love you, Ashutosh ji, and you do take care of yourself. And like I said, I'm always a text away. Let's stay in touch and do take good care of yourself. And I'm glad that you're able to join consistently and the progress that you're making. Thank you so much for that. Okay.
Thank you,
Ramesh.
Ashutosh ji. Ramesh ji, Radhe Radhe, please go ahead.
Yeah, Radhe Radhe, Ritin ji. I'm always the last but not the least person. Sorry for that. And thank you so much. You are one of my favorite teachers. From bottom of my heart, I'm just telling it. Thank you so very much. I would like to dedicate a verse to you. That Guru Reva Gatihi Guru Meva Bhaje Guru Naiva Sahasmi Namo Gurave Na Guru Paramam Shishurasmi Guru Matirasti Guru Mama Pahi Guru. Thank you so much. The glory of this shloka is only one word, Guru, and all the vibhaktis, all the dedications are made to you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dhanyosmi.
Thank you so much, Ramesh. And I would really encourage you to make it a priority to meet Swamiji on one of the days. It will really take your journey to the next level. And with the sincerity that you bring to the table and the beautiful recitations that you do, you already have that head start that a lot of us only crave for. And there's no reason, why you can't take it to the next level, but do make it a priority to attend one of his retreats or meet him in person. But thank you so much. And I loved every bit of today's conversation. I know we had planned for a much shorter session, but so many of you came forward and poured your hearts out. Please fill out the feedback tracker. Somebody can take a screenshot. So many comments, sir. I'm not getting a chance to read all of those. That'll be nice. And maybe we can take 2 chantings today. I'm sorry to disappoint the remaining ones. Remaining will take tomorrow. I can't afford to disappoint Laddu, Seema. So Seema, go ahead. And then maybe one more who really wants to go today, and remaining we can take tomorrow. Maybe Urvi or somebody who's ready, because a lot of you might have left and we can continue tomorrow because we have time tomorrow as well. So yes, go ahead, Seema. Let's wrap it up with a couple of devotional chanting. And then again, thank you, each one of you, from the bottom of my heart for all the outpouring and the kind words you had. And let's continue on this fascinating journey. Over to you, Seema. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Bhaiya. Radhe Radhe, Bhaiya. Radhe Radhe, Amrita Di. Radhe Radhe, everyone. Bhaiya, please read my message from the chat. Okay, I'm just trying to save the time. And only 1 minute, 15 seconds. That's it. Okay. So I'll start now. ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गई मगन वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली महलों में पली बन के जोगन चली मीरा रानी दीवानी कहाने लगी ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गई मगन कोई रोके नहीं कोई टोके नहीं मीरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी बैठी संतों के संग रंगी मोहन के रंग मीरा प्रेमी प्रीतम को मनाने लगी लगी, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी, ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गई मगन। राणा ने विष दिया मानो अमृत पिया, मीरा सागर में सरिता समाने लगी, दुख लाखों सहे मुख से गोविंद कहे, मीरा गोविंद गोपाल गाने लगी, वो तो गली गली हरि गुण गाने लगी, ऐसी लागी लगन मीरा हो गई मगन।
Very nice, Seema. You keep on surprising us. No? You not only dance well, but sing extremely well as well. Loved it. And a lot of hearts I can see. And what Seema is saying that she started her daily wisdom journey when she met Swamiji right before he flew to India, and she was crying and told him, I don't know what I'm going to see you next. And finally he said, you will find somebody, I won't use the word that you've used, from whom you can ask all the silly questions. And that is how she landed in our sessions and with me. So thank you, Seema. It has been a privilege knowing you. And I'm glad you found our sessions and us with that regards. Radhe
Thank
Radhe.
you. Thank you. But trust me, I practiced a lot, but I know it was okay. Thank you
You
very much.
did well. Okay, don't overanalyze. You are outstanding.
Thank you
Okay,
so much.
have we come to the end, or do we have somebody who really prepared for it and really wanted to sing today? Maybe one more, and then we wrap up our session today.
Yes, Urvi.
Okay, Urvi. We'll wrap it up with Urvi then.
Go ahead, beta.
Okay, Radhe
Hi.
Radhe. Can I be allowed to share my screen? I just want to share the lyrics
Sure,
with
sure, sure.
everyone.
Yes, 1 minute. I'll make you co-host, beta. Just a minute. Go ahead, ma. Go ahead. You can start.
Okay,
Yes,
so
it's
I hope
visible.
my screen.
Yeah, it's
Yes, so
visible, ma.
I wanted to sing Avsar Beetyo Jaat today. Okay. Avsar Beetyo Jaat Are Man Avsar बीत्यो जात अरे मान काल कवाल वाश विधि हारी हार सब तोरी कहा बिसात अरे मान आवसार बीत्यो जात अरे मान लाही पारस नारतानु सूर दुर्लभ गुंजान हित भटकात अरे मान बधिर अंध जिमी सुनत न देखत रहत विषाया मदमात अरे मान आवसार बीत्यो जात अरे मान अब कारी हो आबकारी में कह रही जाई हो पछितात अरे मान के ही बाल पर इतरात अरे मान आवसार बीत्यो जात अरे मान राधे राधे.
And from Maharajji. Loved it. The way you sang it with a lot of bhav and clarity. And we will make this avasar count, okay, by inspiration, inspiring each other. Loved it. There are 10 more people who wanted to sing, but unfortunately, before Amrutavani ji says, I've had enough of you, of the second year celebration. Let's move it to tomorrow. We'll do that. We'll have enough time tomorrow. I'll pick up small topic tomorrow so that we have enough time to wrap up our celebrations. See, our little one is also getting a little, so I better rush to take that. But thank you from the bottom of my heart to each one of you for all the kind words. And let's make this journey so beautiful that we don't care about the destination, and we'll continue the same way in coming weeks, coming days, coming years. Thank you again, everybody. Radhe Radhe, good night and good day from my side.
5 seconds, Nitinji. We would like to thank even Arnima ji and Nivan if they were in support of, I know we really could not,
Yeah.
So please do let them know that we also thank them.
Yes, so I must acknowledge that without their support, it wouldn't have been possible, right?
Definitely.
A lot of sacrifice she has to make, and the little one is very considerate. He knows that 9 o'clock my session is going to. He says, Papa, how much time do I have to sleep? Okay. So he knows. Right now he's in a vacation mood. That is why he's becoming a little restless. But other than that,
thank you, Nivan.
He's very supportive and he understands this is an important part of our routine, and he cooperates. And that's, of course, Arnima. She takes care of so much of stuff, and without their support, of course, it is not possible. So you need a lot of good support system.
Yes.
And
yes.
I would say 50, not 50, I would probably provide 80% of credit to her and Nivan for whatever I'm able to do. So thank you for calling that.
Definitely. Please do inform her. It would have been nice if she could have joined, but I know it's okay.
She has joined from somewhere. She's there. I know I can hear some.
Awesome.
But
And
yeah.
even to your mom who's here, I think she must be in the session. Thank you, Lekama. Thank you so much.
Lekama, thank you very much. If you can speak, please come up. Otherwise, maybe we can talk about it tomorrow. Mama, if you can speak, but I don't know. She's technically a bit challenged.
Yeah.
Okay, she's there.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Mama, are you there?
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Thank you so much, Lekama.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. बहुत ही अच्छा लगा. आप लोगों की इतनी सपोर्ट है तो नितिन भी अच्छे से कर पा रहा है. ये सब आप लोगों का ही प्यार है जो ये इतना कुछ बोल पा रहा है. पर चलो अच्छा लगा कि ये बच्चे को भगवान ऐसा ही बनाए रखे. आप लोगों का प्यार और आशीर्वाद मिलता रहे इसको, ताकि ये लाइफ लॉन्ग इसी रास्ते पे चलता रहे.
Okay, my fate is sealed now. Mummy ने कर दिया मेरी fate seal. धन्यवाद मम्मी. Mummy has been very supportive and cooperative as well, right? So she has accepted her role as my material mom, and she plays along very nicely. Dhanyavad, mummy. Okay, I know we are over time, so we'll continue our discussions tomorrow and get the opportunity for the ones who couldn't get an opportunity today, especially on the devotional segment part. Thank you, Urvi. Thank you, Laddu. Thank you, each one of you. It was truly a memorable session. So thank you, everybody, for that. Radhe Radhe.
Thank
Have
you
a
so
wonderful day.
much.
Great rest of your evening. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Radhe Radhe.
And happy birthday, Sandhya.
Happy birthday, Sandhya.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, this was the best present for my birthday. Attend this session.
Happy birthday, Sandhya. May God bless you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Sandhya.
Happy birthday, Sandhya.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Sandhya.
birthday, Sandhya Didi.
Happy birthday, Sandhya ji.
One
Happy
second,
birthday,
I'll
Sandhya.
Happy